Okay, apparently we're live. I hope we are, and I hope it's on YouTube. I'm just going to do a double quick mega ultra check because I've just been changing settings. We are live. Share. Quick share into the Facebooks. Join, not John, today phone. Join in the fun. Exclamation mark. Paste the link. Post. Right. So that should be fine. I also need my magnifier. Thank you. Look there. Right. Share now. Oh, what a lovely picture it put up there. Right. Refresh my chat. Hopefully it'll tell me if people have joined. If you've already commented, sorry, it's probably just disappeared. Bob's there. It says howdy. Howdy, Bob. Right. Do me a favour. Let me know what the picture quality's like and the audio sync. Okay. I'll give you a... There's your classic YouTube audio sync test. Apparently we've got 4 or 5 people watching, but there we go. Now it's updating. Lovely. Okay. Wicked. So, hello, Mr. Hamish. I tried to do this on Facebook, and Facebook said beep because it won't let me do all of this stuff how I like it. I'd like to be able to, for those that didn't see the last feed, I'd like to be able to go zoom in only, and then we've got our little camera down here. Now, this may wreck someone's ear holes, but I'd like to do a start scene as well. The next BCRC live stream is going. Okay, so we've got different scenes there. So I like the option of a start. That gives people time to get ready, etc. I like the I like being able to have options. With Facebook, I can't do anything. Everything on my computer is fully updated to the newest and greatest of everything. I went to go live on Facebook with just a webcam as a normal live feed, and it just kept saying, please update your browser. And it's like, dude, really? It's updated. So, yeah, here we are. Close some of this crap off my phone now. It's just painful. Shouldn't be this hard. Back. Robert's giving me a sad face when I said Facebook isn't cooperating. Sorry. Mr. Leach has joined us. Hello, Mr. Leach. So look, I tried, and honestly, as good as Facebook might be for live streaming with your phone, when you've got a decent setup, it's shite. It would not cooperate. There was a delay of at least 20 seconds. Now, if I'd have fired up a live stream with a 20-second delay, and you guys wrote a message, and you're just up there going, God, Jono's usually pretty good with getting back to me. He hasn't said anything. You'd be annoyed, and so would I. So, here we are. We've got, as far as I can tell, no delay. Good sync. We've got multiple views. We've got posts that came in the mail. So yeah, it's annoying. Right, now what came in the mail? Look at package. So I'm going to crack it open. I'm going to use my old knife, not my new fancy one. Pretty sure I know what it is. I ordered it. Open sesame. Now, as I said not long ago, I've been hunting around looking for new brands and new cool stuff and all that sort of thing. And I think I've found a good one. Okay. Nice. So, I found a new one. DJX. You guys have probably seen their stuff before, but I've seen it and it was like, I like the look of that stuff, so I'll give it a try. Then that way, if I try it and I think it's good, then I can let you know. I'm not sure if anyone's commenting or the chat's gone to poo. I'm gonna write a comment just in case. Hello. Lawrence, glad you sorted. I've screamed hello at everyone. My bad. So anyway, I've ordered some bits from these guys. See that? DJX. We've got it all going on here, people. There you go, if you want it in the bigger screen. DJX. And the reason is I saw these wheels And I like new wheels. Right. Now, I'm going to put these on my TRX4, which a lot of you will probably find weird because my TRX4 has already got some nice wheels on it. I'm going to have to see how these go together. Check out these. Actually, let me go full clown factor here because we've got the gear to do it. Right, check out these bad boys. But there is some nice Land Rover wheels. Now I know these are more so, not the Defender, what are they called? Discovery wheels, but you do see these on some of the, on the Defenders as well. Yoink! I'll put that there. Essentially, Hamish, the close-up cam is for if we're doing builds and such. We can pick it up and we can move it around the truck, etc. I can show you what I'm doing. So if I do, excuse me, if I do unboxings and such, I can have the truck sitting here. I can pick up the microphone, look at any piece of the microphone. I can pick up the camera and I can look over any piece of the truck or whatever it is that people want to see. Ben says, hey Ben. I'm going to zoom in on my chat. Lovely. So yeah, that's the whole idea. I mean, it's nice. I can hold this stuff up here. I can show you guys what it's like, etc. Or I can move the camera. It's all about options. I'm pretty happy with this little setup. It seems to work pretty well. I really quite like these wheels. I just need to figure out how they go together, and more so the front. I've got a feeling I know. I have a feeling. I've got a feeling the wheels are held onto the truck with these bolts. We're about to find out. The close-up screen needs to be level with the other picture. Is it slightly lower? Is that what you mean, Hamish? Oh, son of a gun. Can't change that now. I don't think I can anyway. Can I? Let me... Oh, I can. How's that? Zoom in. Nailed it. Is that what you meant, Hamish? Wouldn't be life if they complain about something. You know it. You know it, my friend. Right, now I can change this screen back to here. And I've got everything... Okay, lovely. I did watch the last stream back and I said to myself, oh God, look. That's not quite right. I don't want that. Can I hide those? Let's just minimise that. That should make it better. Perfect. Good. Awesome. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those little bolts out of here and I'm going to get the Traxxas up on the bench just to stop this sliding around making horrible noise. I'm going to get the Traxxas up on the bench and whip the tyres off it and see if we can fit up some of these wheels. And then I'll show you the other stuff we got. I'll give you a quick look at that first. Yeah. Right, so I was correct, which I sort of wish I wasn't, but I was. One, two, three, four. Pop out. Not quite there. There we go. Right. So you bolt this to your truck, and then you bolt your wheel on with the little bolts. By the way, how's the back? Shite. It's been really shitty lately. But I'll try not to whinge about it too much. You guys are probably thinking to yourself, oh, you go on about it all the time. Hello to everyone, even Tony. Tony's not here, is he? Or is he? My back's shite lately, really bad. I can't twist it. I can lean over this way, but as soon as I twist like that, it's beeping terrible. We're PG here for those that don't know. Right, so I'm going to quickly try and smash one of these wheels together, and hopefully it's not too bad to put together. They look nice. They look really pretty, actually. That's why I got them. And I want a bit of bling for the Defender. I want some shiny. After seeing the big chrome wheels, the the Red Cat came with. It was like, I need some bling. Now feel free to give the stream a share. This isn't going to be a long stream. This was... I sort of, after I said I'm going to do a stream and see if it works, I was hoping it would just work on Facebook, but because Facebook's stupid, it didn't work. And I thought, well, I know a lot of you guys like the stream, so we better do one. And then the package turned up and it was like, we're doing a stream. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Right. That piece, that piece, that piece. They're not overly heavy, which is fine. They don't have to be heavy. So there's our bits. You got the message with the body. All I've heard. Oh, black windows. You're about to be upset, Robert Godden, if you watch this, because the truck I'm going to put on the bench, black windows, and they're staying black. Anyway, so let me set the Red Cat down there. Now, I know a lot of people got a bit salty with my who was the winner. As far as overall drivability, this stream is much better. Yeah, it just works. Oh, my bad. Could you take the body off? I want to have a look. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I can, mate. Right. As you'll see, I've been clearing the window. Let me bring back my preview so I know what I'm showing you. Right. I've been clearing the windows. Well, this one. That's the only one I've done so far. Okay? That's how you want to do it, so you can see my hand through it. To do that, you use this. For those that don't know, we'll get there. Tamiya polycarbonate cleaner. Focus. There you go. That's what you use. Now be careful, because that stuff will peel the paint off everything. I have noticed that so far, the silver paint, there's like barely any, which is fine. Technically doesn't need it. The orange paint on my truck is thick. It's taken me forever to do it, but I'll get there. I'll just do it a bit at a time to get rid of all that stuff. That can sit there. Right, now, this is why we've got this cam. Ready? Let's go to here. I need a shortcut key for this. I need close-up cam. Bam. Okay, so here's the chassis on the Gen 8. Excuse the battery. I've been stuffing around this truck earlier. If you'd like to focus for me, that'd be brilliant. Should be on autofocus. Focus. Right, so this is the chassis. So far on my truck, I have changed. I'm getting there, man. Bear with me. On my truck, I have changed the motor. I've put a year racing, however many turn in it. 16, I think. Anyway, one of the buttery smooth year racing motors in it, just to make it smoother. Out of the box, these trucks aren't overly smooth, and that's possibly part to do with the radio gear as well, and maybe the ESC, but I changed it over. It definitely made a big difference. It's better than what it was factory, but it's still not, it's not as smooth as a factory cross with the cross motor. It's just not. So next I'm going to change the receiver and the radio gear over to my Fly Sky to see if that helps it. Yeah, it's just not quite where it needs to be as far as smooth. But, I mean, it is what it is. It's a cheap truck. So this is your chassis. I don't mind, like, the inner fenders are great. Obviously, the rear bumper hangs out a heap, but that's because of the body. The battery tray is nice. I don't mind that. We'll whip this out. Now, the battery's not sitting on the ground, but it's low in the chassis for what it is. It gives you options for plenty of bodies, maybe half interiors, etc. Forward motor mount. That's still the factory servo, which is actually done reasonably well. So, I'm pretty surprised about that. I mean, other than that, dude, if you've got a Gen 7 and you like the idea of getting a Gen 8, the Gen 8's heaps better than the Gen 7. There's just no two ways about it. It's just, I wish they would have refined this a little bit more than they did before they released it. They did silly stuff like put little jokes underneath the receiver cover saying, you know, have you tried turning it off and on again, before they refined stuff. When you buy these trucks, this was one of the really disappointing things about it. When you buy these trucks, that steering arm there touches the inside of the factory tyre. You actually have to put a washer on the hex or put a 6mm hex on it so that it doesn't hit. But you shouldn't have to. If they got around to putting silly things on the receiver box, like have you tried turning it off and on again, stuff like that should have been fixed first. So, but I mean, it's just niggly things. It all depends on how bad you want the Gen 8. Personally, I would buy a cross truck, and I've said this 1,000 times, and I'm a fanboy, whatever else, but comparing this truck to the SR4, I would buy the FR4 ready to run. That's just me. Goes more places than this does, even with the brass and the bead locks and the better motor and such in it. So yes, I hope that sort of helps. Now I've got a cord in my way. Yoink. So that's just my opinion for what it's worth. It's got the bones of what could be a really good truck. It does. It just needs some finessing. So buy it if you're happy knowing you've got to, you know, finesse it a bit. The shocks want different oil. The oil in it's way too thick and goopy. Which makes the suspension really slow to react. That's the sort of stuff that's going to get you in trouble when you side hill and those sorts of things. You want your suspension to absorb everything as quick as possible instead of waiting. Or you get a bomb. I don't mind them. They don't look too bad. Obviously they're a bit more expensive, but it is what it is. Right, so that's that. Ugh. Right, let me get the Turks 4 up here. Heave! That's a heavy truck. Right, and we're not stuffing around. I'm just going to whip a wheel straight off. Get rid of that. The longest part, no, there it is. Right. Yeah. Actually, something I was going to do, and I might still do it. I've got to zoom in on my comments. I've got people comment. I don't need my little thing now. At some stage, I want to set up some form of app so I can have my comments on my phone sitting wherever I need it. But at the moment, that's not a thing. Okay. Thanks for showing. My pleasure, mate. Hopefully looking and my opinion for whatever it's worth helps you decide what you want to do. Let's go. I use 20% nitro to clear the windows. Yeah. Yep. Now done a repaint and have clear windows. Nice. Well, I'm not repainting that body. Screw that. I don't like the truck enough to worry about repainting it. I don't mind it. It's not a bad truck. It's just not as good as it could have been. It's not as good as it should have been. You know, they had the time, they had people test stuff and all these things, and it's like, your truck should have been better. That's just my opinion. Right, so I'm gonna take my racing wheels apart. What are you going to destroy today? My Traxxas. Smart ass. I don't destroy anything, man. I baby my gear. Not all the time. I don't baby theirs. I jump theirs. If you're going to put parts on your truck and tell people that the parts are good, you need to be able to show people that you put your truck through them shite. This truck's covered in Samex gear underneath it, and I have put it through the ringer, and it just takes it. And it's a crawler. It's not supposed to do jumps, but it jumps pretty well. This will be the next truck I take out for a run, I reckon, because I need to go and put that extra speed cantilever suspension set through the through its paces. Make sure it's as good as it looks. It does it bloody good. What I want is a normal front axle with a remote diff control. I'm sure someone's made one in the past. Who were they? Venom crawlers made lockable diffs, and they were normal diffs. They weren't portals or anything. Heave. So yes, they made lockable diffs quite some time ago, and they're pretty wheels. I don't know what I'm going to put them on, but I want to change the TRX4. It hasn't had any changes for quite some time. Now, I'm going to grab my Red Cat foams and put those in there because this truck's rather heavy. So this is essentially what we're doing. Sorry if it's boring. I do apologise. If you've ever got sand or dirt stuck in a bolt head, use an old X-Acto blade, a couple of twists, and then you can get your driver in there. If you just try and force your driver to turn it, you're likely to strip out the bolt head. Ben, how do I donate? There should be in the description a link to Streamlabs/Burden84. I believe you click on that and it should take you to a page, mate. I mean, if anyone else wants to donate, that's how you do it. I don't expect people to. Of course, I very much appreciate it. Rest assured, it all goes back into making BCRC a bigger and better RC community. Because now that I've sort of got all this stuff figured out how I want it, sky's the limit. I want to make this just a massive community. I want to get to the point where I can run my own BCRC event. I've got the place to do it. I've got the best place in the world to do it. So hopefully I can run a BCRC scale event, get some sponsors on board like Cross, RC Mart, even people like DJX, Trill, get a heap of people on board and see if we can't put together a massive scale adventure. Not a competition. I want an event where people can just come and drive their trucks. What means just top line money for prizes. So when people donate, the money that is donated, originally I had it set up for webcam and mic, but I went to the shops and I got trigger happy and I just bought them. Rip my bank account. Anyway, I went and bought the stuff so that I could get this stream going as good as possible. So the line at the top should be a slider that shows how much is donated. The money that's donated goes towards prizes and such. So whether it's I go and buy radio gear, I go and buy ASC, motors, that sort of thing. And then we have a form of competition. So the competitions will always be run through the BCRC group, which is Burden's Custom RC Builds on Facebook, for those that don't know. Competitions will always run through there. Now, most of our competitions have been build this, build that, something totally different. If we get to the point where the group's got 10,000 members in it, that sort of thing may be a bit hard. I mean, we may have to do a few competitions that are just hit. We want so many pictures, etc. We want so many pictures, but I'll throw a twist on it. It can't just be post any old picture and like it. So, big things. I want big things. Hamish, so more like a G6 sort of thing. Even more scale adventure. Okay? There's no building my own course. Like, there's no getting heaps of concrete and making something or using fire hoses as a bridge. None of that. It's just a full-blown go full driving with your little trucks trip. You don't go full driving with your real four-wheel drive and come across two fire hoses. What do you think of aluminum or metal axle in general? Good question. It depends what truck it's on, depends how you like to drive and what you want to achieve. If it's on an old SCX-10, just run the factory ones, because they sit that low to the ground, you're going to slide the guts out anywhere anyway. If it's on something like the cross trucks, that one there's got metal axles on it. It's got tiny metal axles that have got heaps of clearance, so I don't mind so much. I guess the biggest thing is, one, plastic slides over rocks better than metal, so take that into account. Two, if you buy metal axles, be prepared for the scratches. You can't get upset when you scratch them. I know it's very upsetting. I know this. But you can't get upset. You just have to deal with it. So it depends on the truck for me. I like them. Metal axles are some of the prettiest things you'll ever come across. So I tried to donate. There's a server problem. What's it saying, mate? I don't know if I can change anything. What's that? I'm trying buttons. I'm not sure if I can access this stuff. Oh, here we go. Settings. Oh, I may have to do it on the webpage. Bear with me one moment. I had all this stuff set up perfectly the other day. Wow. It might not be if it's saying server stuff. But I thought I had it figured out. I mean, we've had donations in the past, so let me do a quick look on their website. Settings. I think it's changed my setting. Try now. See if that works. I think I fixed it. So it may have been my end. My bad. Okay. Must be PayPal or YouTube. I'll try again 1 sec. I think it was actually me. I think it was. Right, now put that back to here. Okie dokie. Sorry about that. Sorry everyone. I take full responsibility. Anyway, where was I at? What was I? Metal axles. So yes, metal axles are good if you're happy to scratch them. They're pretty. They make you take a bit more pride in your truck. I think that's something that's important. If you go whacking some really expensive axles under your truck, you're not just going to go bashing on it like an idiot. Right. Yoink. Ugh. Right. I'm going to pinch that foam out of there. Jesus. That is pretty dense. I'm going to get rid of my old homemade foams, which are a little bit softer than those, and we'll try these with this. We'll see how she goes. Right, now I'm going to zoom back into my chat. For the most part, I've got a pretty good system going here with how I operate everything. I think. Do I? So yes, the big dream is a big BCRC internal server problem. I can't donate. No idea, mate. I mean, I can give you my web. I mean, if you really want to, you don't have to donate. Just so you know, I'm not pushing anyone to do it. But if you want my PayPal, I can give you my email for the PayPal. Right, whack that foam in there. This truck's not going to know itself. New wheels, new foams. No parcel with the possible tow hitch. Possible tow hitch. Now that's made for TRX4. I don't know how. I don't know how it's supposed to fit, but it said it was made for TRX4. Are these direction? No, they're not. No, they're not. Oh, that's going to look beefy. I get so sidetracked. I need a ring in there. See what I mean? So sidetracked. So yes, that turned up. Won't be long when I'll show you the other stuff that came. Let me just... Well, hopefully this looks good. Hopefully I can get that back ring to seat. It's the only thing I don't like about wheels like this. Right. Line that up as good as I can. No, I'm not in far enough. Ben, reboot your system. Why? Did it work for you? Right. If you haven't subscribed, do feel free to subscribe and give the stream a like. Likes and such are a big deal now. YouTube likes, apparently. I'm learning all this stuff as I go. So if you give it a like, that'd be epic. I'd normally dab a bit of shock on my finger. I don't think I've got it left though. Doesn't taste very good, all that dirt in there. I don't think I've got any left. This is just to help everything seat. Right. Interesting. Pop straight through. Will you give the TRX4 away? I don't want to buy it. Just asking. There's a lot of money in this truck. A lot of money. At some stage in the reasonably near future, I'm probably going to sell it. But I won't give it away. Did I grab the wrong ring? I've confused myself now. Where's my other one? No. It's correct. It's just going to be a bit tight to make it fit. Yeah, I do like this truck. Like I say, it's got a lot of money on it. Like a lot of money's worth of stuff on it. I don't think I could give this one away. I wish I had more of them and I could give more away. Why don't you want to fit? Maybe it's not liking the Red Cat foams. Right. Interesting. Hope I can get this together without swearing. This is half the fun. How's the live feed? Terrible. Johnny was dropping bombs the whole time. I'm going to start by putting in some longer bolts. Although no, they're smaller. Ew, they're smaller thread. A couple of longer bolts to see if I can get this started. Because at the moment it doesn't want to cooperate. What should I reboot? I'm on my smartphone. YouTube? I don't know. Right, see if we can make sure this is going to seat. It's marvellous how finicky some of these beadlock wheels can be these days. Maybe there's a trick to it that I just don't know. Love the purple beast. The purple truck is a beast. It's epic. I've already popped that out there. What am I doing? I'm not having much luck here, fellas. And let's face it, if you own a crawler, you've been through this. You know the struggle. Most of the wheels I've run lately just fall together. Just turn phone off and leave it 10 minutes. Shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that. Right. Hopefully that will start. And hopefully when I look at the front, I really hope when I look at the front of the wheel, it's lined up properly. That's a smaller one. Can I squeeze that together? I can. Winning, I think. Like I said, today's not going to be a huge long live feed like I normally do. This is just a bit of a, let's have a look, see while the mail's here. Eve. I'm going to pinch up my big ones. Can you show the beadlock up close? Once I get this one done, which I really think I'm winning now. Once I got this one done, I'll show you the setup. Pinch this one back up. I mean, it looks good. Now I should just be able to put all these little bolts in and we should be done. Should be. Let's start. Yep. Lovely. TRX4 has a big advantage. You can bash with open diff and high gear. You can, but I mean, you've got to remember too, if something breaks because you're bashing it, you can't blame anyone. You can't say the truck's shit because it broke. But unfortunately, that comes down to that was your fault. So you just got to be prepared for that. The slander that you'll get from your mates. What did you do that for? Because that's a thing. Right. I think I'm winning. I think. I should have used a bit of shock oil or something. Makes it heaps better. It's even got a little valve cap. Nice. So I can see what I'm showing you. That's how it looks with the tyre on it. I've still got to take my 2 long bolts out yet. But I always move the wrong way. Zoom. Focus. Anyway, I'm going to take my 2 long bolts out. I'm going to finish nipping it up. I'm 2 ahead of myself here. I need that. I need that. Just make sure these are nipped up. I'm probably going to have to redo this because I don't think it's grabbed very well. But it'll show you guys what they look like. I'll do it off the stream. I like hybrids, like the Traxxas Summit. I don't mind a basher. I've got a Ravage MT. It's my basher and it's pippin' good fun. It is. No, it's pop the bead. You got to be on your beat game with these boys and girls. I'm gonna have to redo it, but that gives you the idea. I just want to see what it's going to look like on my truck, which means I need to. Where did I put that? Welcome to Johnny is his own worst nightmare. Where did I put my X? There. That needs to go on with the bolt on. This will just give you an idea what it looks like. I'll rebuild these later. I'll find some oil. What you do is you put a little bit of oil on your fingertip and then you run it round the bead, both sides of your tyre, and that'll make them slip into beads like these really easily. Without it, they push themselves back out. Right, now to bolt it on, I have to bolt it on with these little bolts. Because scale. Did I get it? Oh, it started. I think I got that right. That looks pretty good actually. I mean, I'm glad it does. You don't want to buy rims for your truck and then go, oh, that looks terrible. I quite like that. That's a flashy wheel. Nice and shiny. I thought my old ones were shiny. Right, at least doing this I can show you, and then I'll quickly show you what else I got. And then later on tonight I'll sit down and irritate myself with beadlock wheels, because we all know how much fun beadlocks are. Oh. Right. Yoink. Check that out. That looks heaps better than the back. I quite like that. Those foams are still soft even in this truck. And they're the hard red cat foams. Wow. I'm going to need to get some heavier foams because that's too soft. But I quite like those. I need to change the settings on that camera. But so there's those, which I quite like. And then what else did we get? Because this is a quick stream, we're not going to faff about too much. The main bead on these wheels, yoink, is done up in the back. Okay, so you've got all the bolts in the back. Focus, focus, focus. It's on autofocus. Oh, there we go. All the bolts are done up in the back. Focus. So you seat your front bead with the wheel in, and then make sure your back bead sort of seats as you do it. Fun and games, but with different tyres it probably works better. I don't know, I've only tried it with these ones so far. Perhaps I'll try one later with the Red Cat tyres and see if it's a matter of tyres that go on easier. You need crazy crawler foams, mate. Never heard of them. I've heard of Crawler Innovations. I just need some beefy foams, because underneath this truck we have inner and outer portal covers that are brass, C-hubs that are brass, link mounts that are brass, spring retainers that are brass, all the pivot balls are brass, and it's like that front and back. So, and then you've got the bumper mounts brass, the rear bumper mounts brass. I mean, this stuff adds up pretty quick. It's all Samex gear underneath this truck, and you know it real quick because it's heavy. Oh, it gives it a clean look. Does that make sense? It looks cleaner because it's brighter and shinier. I quite like that. That's good. So what else did I get? I got this for my old camel truck. Now I'm not sure if I can make it work or not. It was only like $20, so I figured it's worth a shot. That's legit. That there is the brilliant add-on for a camel truck build. Okay, because that's what camel trucks had. So as far as I can tell, I've got a factory bumper there somewhere, but it's going to be a bit hard to grab it. You use this with the factory bumper, and this attaches either behind it, I assume, or in front of it. Most probably just in front of it. So you mount your winch to this. It's just, that is camel trophy over and over. And I should just be able to bolt this on with the 2 bolts in the front, straight through, and we're Mickey Mouse. And if that's the case, I'll just take my little light guards off my headlights. Bam, it looks even more camel trophy than it did before. So if that's the case, they're only $20. These guys are on AliExpress if you guys want to check out what they do. Yep, gives that landy look, suits the body. I think it looks nice. I definitely need foams though. Look here. Who said Red Cat foams are too stiff? Look, it's going flat already. There are Red Cat foams in there. So maybe before I take this truck out for running in, I'll order some new foams, because they're obviously not that... perhaps they changed them from the first run to the second, because apparently the original foams in the Red Cats were just ridiculously hard, but looking at that, they're softer than the ones I made myself. But anyway, so I got that, which I thought was pretty cool. That was only $20 delivered or something, so cheap. Definitely worth a look. And then 90s BBC, Amazon, yeah. I went all out trying to scale this thing and make it look as good as what it could with the factory body. That was my goal. Next on the list. This is supposed to be a TRX4. A TRX4 tow ball. That's a pretty adjustable. Wow. Let me just tighten this up. Oh, don't tell me it's not a 1.5. Okay, that's not either. Okay, so the 2 little adjusters you have, you can't see those, can you? No. There's a little adjuster bolt here. So you can slide this. Right, there's an adjuster bolt here. So you can slide this in or out, and there's an adjuster bolt here. So you can slide the main tongue up or down. Now, like I say, this is supposed to be for TRX4. And when I ordered it, I thought to myself, where the hell does it bolt on? Maybe it bolts on there. can't do to hit the diff. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. The bolt holes are correct with that bracket, but then my bracket's not factory either. I've got the extra speed bracket in there because I've got the cantilever suspension kit in the truck. So, now I wasn't overly phased because I'm not actually going to use this on this truck. I'm going to try and use it on a different truck. I'm just going to have to hunt through my Allen keys now to find one that's smaller. What I am going to do is I'm going to message DJX and I'm going to say, can you please do the world a favour, get rid of these and put in these. It's a 1.5mm bolt. You use your, nothing just wants to focus today, does it? There, 1.5mm bolt. So you can just use those straight through. It goes through the hole. The thread looks to be 1.5mm. Where is my little pliers? Perhaps I can undo these enough with the pliers. I'll see if we can just put a bolt in it. A normal, regular bolt. Right, get rid of that. Because I mean, if that's the case, well then you can just put a bolt in it yourself. But I still will suggest that they change it, because it makes no sense that that's a size that no one really has. Grab the wrong one. Right. So we'll put that goes that way, that goes that way. I believe. Yes? No? Yes? Thread's that side. Thread's probably both sides. No, thread's only one side. And that bolt's not long enough. Beep! This is what happens when you do stuff live. Because that bolt's not long enough either. That's probably why they did it. Right, let me see if I've got a longer bolt here that'll go through it. Ben, did you try that button again, mate? Just let me know if it works or not. If it doesn't, well, there we go. Yeah, look here. And that's got a 2mm head on it. Okay, so the bolt wants to be a touch shorter than that. But you're better off having a bolt like that in it than a tiny little Allen bolt that no one has. Is that as tight as that goes? Needs to be tighter. This is the ball itself I'm now talking about. There we go. Now she's tight. Lovely. Probably come loose in travel. But yeah, so I'm going to have a play around with this and see if I can make it fit on a truck like that possibly. Or even that. I could make it fit that. But anyway, I literally got this. This was like just a few dollars. So I was like, I've bought probably 5 or 6 of these, different brands and shapes and sizes over the past few weeks, just to see what I can make work in what truck. Because, I mean, there's options like this for the TRX4. So I told you I didn't even need it. There's options like this with the TRX, other with the TRX4. Yeah, racing one goes straight into a yeah racing bumper, and it just, I mean, it works, because if it doesn't, well, there's something wrong. Anyway, so yeah, I got that stuff. Like I say, the wheels were pretty cheap. I can't remember what they cost. They were reasonably cheap though, and look how nice they are. I do like them. I will get them mounted. I'm going to have to order some foams first, because if I put them on that, I'm just going to have to pull the wheel apart again because the foams will be too soft and I'll wear. And we don't want that. So I need to get on the interwebs. What's the story of your red cat? Well, I've got the red cat. Originally, I wanted to get one when they first came out so that I could do an unboxing, I could do a review, I could do run videos, and all that sort of thing. Good content. I contacted Red Cat and I said, please, sir, is there any possible way I can organise to get one of your trucks, whether I pay for it or not, or whether I just pay post or anything like that, so that I can review it, so that I can show people what it's like? I mean, no one in Australia was doing anything with it. And they're like, no, okay then. So I figured I'd have to wait. Now that the Red Cat came out in December in the States, and it came out in this month here. I got my truck like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Anyway, when I finally knew I had a truck coming, I ordered some upgrades for it. I ordered the brass portal covers and the brass diff cover from Trill. I did a from these guys. Right, check out their new Facebook page. Just search Trill Hobby. So yeah, I ordered some brass parts from those guys because they're good looking parts. Turned up, smashed them on my truck, and it definitely made a difference. Made the truck nicer. I got rid of the factory motor because it was shite, and I put in one of these. I've got stuff here everywhere. Put in one of these. Focus. Will you focus for me? Yeah. I really need to work out these autofocus settings, don't I? There we go. So I got one of these. I put in a 16 turn. Now I know that because this is a 13. I only ordered one 13. So I put a 16 turn in it, and it made a massive difference. Because the factory motor is nothing but shite. I didn't even realise I put one in this. Yeah, of course I did. I did it on one of the last streams. Anyway, this is why I need to order more of those motors. What else did I do? I put Trill wheels and tyres on it, which, again, massive difference. They fit, but you have to space the wheel out 1mm because the factory hex on the Gen 8 is too thin even for Gen 8 wheels. Massive oversight. I don't know how Red Cat screwed that up. The tyre rubs on the steering arm, and you can't have that. So, I mean, that's basically the story of it. It's not a truck I bought because I loved or I really wanted. I bought it to help other people decide whether it's a truck they want. My brain says buy that or buy this. I've got trucks here everywhere. For those of you that haven't seen the stream before, my mind says buy one of these before you buy a Gen 8 because they're a lot nicer to drive. They will go more places. You will need to change a couple of things. Did you put the floor pan back in? In what? Everything's standard on, like, everything's back how it was on the Gen 8 after I pulled it all apart. everything's standard on the... Well, standard, not everything's standard on this truck. God, I like those wheels. Even that... I'm looking at the preview screen. They look really good. Anyway, we get too excited about wheels. Speaking of wheels, I might have to put these on this. I think we're on a winner there. I hate changing beadlocks though. TRX Ford. Yes, everything's back as it was. So we changed the gearbox housing. I know I'm jumping back and forwards here, and I apologise, but this is what happens. Chris Lewis, live stream, and I'm away. Yes. We're not going to be on heaps much longer, dude, but you're here, and we can say Chris Lewis was here. Okay, so now this will be on YouTube forever. That Chris Lewis joined our feed stream dearly. So anyway, if you get one of these cross trucks, you'll need to get the shock relocation kit. I was playing with some settings the other day. The reason is, and Cross knows this, and that's why they changed the design. The inner fenders. Yeah, everything's back outwards. I am going to put the inner fenders back on the Gen 8 once that's done. But I've still got lots of windows to go. It's going to take me ages. But anyway, you want the shock relocation kit on this so you can mount your shocks straight up and down. And that's why that truck, which came out after this truck, they changed it. They made it so the shocks go straight up and down because there was too much triangulation. There was two triangulated pivot points, and that's why these trucks tend to lift the wheel in the air. And I don't think the drive shafts are set properly on this truck. Just checking this for my own benefit. No, they're not. No. So I've got to change it. There is a setting with these drive shafts that either makes it twist more or twist less. This is plastic. That one's got metal. That's the FR4C. It's the schwanky version. So you get your body with all the roof racks, a snorkel, door handles, mirrors, chrome strips along the side, full-in defenders, CNC metal, diffs, gearbox cover, transfer cover, full metal beadlock wheels, which are those. You can't see that. They're those wheels. Because I put 1.55s in that, but that's another story. This truck, as a kit, is $269 US. Build it, put a 20 kilo servo in it, put a 1080 waterproof ESC in it, and you're set. Like I say, I'm going to change the shocks, and that's sort of, you've reminded me because I've got to do a cross order. This is where I get my cross goods from, for those wondering. I'm going to get the shock relocation kit and possibly the brass weights for the diff. Front and back, there's brass weights. So, do that, and this thing, I mean, this already went more places than the Gen 8 did. With it set up properly, it'll go tenfold more places. Because as the design was like this, it just wanted to twist too much. They're a cheap kit. Very cheap kit. I mean, if you buy the factory kit, it comes with plastic beadlock rims. So just don't use those. Just buy some of these. They're DJX wheels. I don't know how they'd look on there. Actually, probably not bad, if I'm honest. I know this is sort of hard to tell, but that rim is old schooly enough and chromey enough that would look good on that truck. Well, I never. Anyway, so there's options like that. Let me here. Because you're not the first person that said this. Yep. There you go. That's my PayPal email, should you want to. I mean, the donation thing goes through PayPal anyway. So that's the PayPal email if you want to just send something straight through there. Obviously, very much appreciated. Really appreciate it if you send it to family and friends, because I didn't even think. It sucks out a lot in fees. Love the rims now. I mean, you love these ones. I don't mind these either. It's just, I'm terrible. I go, they look good, bolt those on, put them on the truck and then go, nah, prefer it how it was before. And then spend another hour of my life changing them back. But, I mean, look, so I think I'm going to have to keep those wheels on there. Because, I mean, they're really pretty. Look at them. Lovely. But yes, that's sort of where we're at. I think that's pretty much everyone. Hannah, my wife, who needs to change her YouTube name. Okay, little project for you tonight, sweetheart. I like the shiny chrome. I do too. They're really nice. I just need to order some foam so that I can use them with this heavy truck without it squishing the shite out of everything. Funny games. Problem is in the payment part. FYI. Okay, rims look good. Cool. All good. Anyway, the address says, who was it? I feel bad now. Someone else said that they were having it. Ben. I don't think Ben's with us anymore, but yeah, options there. Alright. So I think that's pretty much everything. I just wanted to show off the stuff we got in the mail. I think we've done that. I've got a little bit of shock oil. I need more shock oil. That's on tomorrow's list. So I need foams and shock oil. I'll go to my local shop and buy foam, oil. I'll order my foams online. So, just quickly before we go, who do you suggest for foams? And I want hard foams, because that truck's really heavy. A lot of my trucks are heavy, if I'm honest. The foams they put with most tyres these days are just too soft. I don't know if I've got any cross tyres laying around I could pinch the foams from, because they're pretty stiff too. We'll see. Yeah, I'll play with that another day. But yeah, so I'll get some foams, and then I can put those rims and tyres together. I mean, I've got other trucks I can drive in the meantime, so that's not a massive thing of importance. But I do appreciate you guys coming and watching this stream. I know it's not a brilliant one, but all in good time. I've got stuff planned. I'm constantly trying to plan more stuff so that we can, like I say, do competitions, giveaways, unboxings and such. I'm really trying to get some more unboxings happening so that you guys can have a look and see if a truck's worth your money. That's a really big, important thing for me in this hobby. Products have to be worth your money. So if I show you something, I think it's worth the money. That's why I ordered these. They might be a little bit of a pain in the butt to fit, but then they're beadlock wheels. Most of them are. So they're too blue. It's just so shiny. Love that. That's good for filming. It just makes your trucks look epic. The foam I suggested can have harder ones in the rear. Well, see, mine needs hard ones all around, and that's just because of how heavy it is. By the time you get rid of your plastic bumpers and such, you put metal ones on there, and the winch and the brass weights front and back and all this sort of stuff. But did you say it was crazy crawler foams? Is that what they were called? I will look them up. I'm in the comments so I can go back through. But yes, that's pretty much going to do it for today, kiddies. When I say kiddies, I'm not taking the piss. That's just the sort of stuff we say here, because we're all about the fun. I do like those wheels. Ah, nice. Did I give you their website? If you want to go and check out this stuff, and I suggest you do, DJXmodel.com. Okay? You can find them on Facebook as well. Go and check those guys out. Crazy Crawler Foams. I will look them up. I will do that after this stream finishes. So go and check these guys out. I mean, that's their logo. That's their logo. So you know who they are. Go and check their stuff out. Most of their stuff's on AliExpress, I believe. I know it takes a bit of time to get stuff posted through AliExpress, but is it worth the wait? Shiny wheels say it's worth the wait. Even this, I'm excited about this. I can't wait to try that. I might try that tonight. Awesome. So, if you're not already, join Burton's Custom RC Builds on Facebook to keep up to date with when next streams and such are going to be, so forth and so on. Give the stream a like, give it a share. That'd be epic. I mean, obviously we've got the other videos there. If you could like, share, watch those too, that'd be awesome. If at some stage you want to donate and you're still having issues, let me know. I'll see what I can do to try and fix things. As far as I can tell, though, everything in my end now should be Mickey Mouse. So hopefully you guys have more luck next time. Alright, thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate you dropping by. Unfortunately, this is the part of the stream where we say goodbye. Take care, go and have fun with your RCs, and we shall see you on the next one.